Hey guys, it's your girl Keke, and I'm back with episode 13 of KeKe's POV. Now today, we gotta discuss this topic, y'all. We gotta bring this topic to the table because some folks are in denial that it exists, and some people know that it exists, but they just refuse to acknowledge it and change. But you know how we do. We get down with the get down. So yeah, today we're talking about toxic femininity. All right, now questions like, does it exist? What is it? Are you toxically feminine and don't even know it? Like, are we mixing up toxic femininity and female empowerment? So I'm gonna dig into all that for y'all today. But before we get down with the get down, alright, please be sure to subscribe, smash that bell so you know when we coming, cause we got some good discussions happening over here with the POV fam, and I don't want y'all to miss out. So if you start hearing something that you like, you know what I'm saying, don't be shy. Smash that like button, okay? And if you want to join the discussion with an agreement or a disagreement, feel free to voice your opinion down in the comment section, because that's what it's for. This forum is open, baby. So we're going to get into it, and we're going to do it all while the baby sleeps. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. So first of all, I'm going to start off with the definition. Well, a definition of toxic femininity. All right, so it's a social science term that is y'all, I can't even get it together. I'm so excited like that. I feel strongly about this one, so I'm over here getting my tongue twisted. But it's a social science term that describes neurorepressive type of ideas about the female gender role that defines femininity as exaggerated feminine traits like being overly sensitive, overly emotional, having a perfect appearance, and so on and so forth. But it's important to know that you can be feminine, okay, without being toxic. So some beliefs of toxic femininity, are putting your hands on, abusing, physically assaulting men, okay, and then using your woman card to get, out of being hit back or getting in trouble with the police, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to pause right there for a second because this is a little bit of a funny story. Well, it's funny to me. Y'all might not chuckle, but it was funny to me. So, basically, it's kind of the reason why I even thought to do this topic. So, one of my friends, she posted a status that was saying, basically like females need to stop starting situations and using a woman card to get out of it. Now, me, I know we got a black card and all the rest of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, your black card get pulled if you're doing unblack-like things or whatever the case may be. So, I know about the black card, but I didn't know there was a woman card. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know there are females that absolutely cause situations and definitely, use their gender or the fact that they, you know what I'm saying? Like, the stigmas around being a woman to get out of that said situation. But I really didn't know they coined a term for like woman card. You know what I'm saying? But back to the topic. The thing is that like I see a lot of things where like, toxic relationships can go both ways. The male could be toxic in that situation, or the female could be toxic in the situation, or it could be two toxic people sitting here trying to have a relationship. But I have seen situations where the female was the aggressor, the abuser, the one that's being violent, and one that's putting their hands on their man, saying here, or just like if a female just gets into an argument with a random dude and you think it's okay to put your hands on somebody, and that nothing's supposed to come out of it. Like a man can't hit you back out of self-defense, or you hit a man, they're not supposed to hit you back because you're a woman, or you could sit here and say all types of reckless crazy stuff out your mouth and emasculate a man, but let them come back and with a retort of something similar, and it's a problem because you're a female and the male's not supposed to be like that. Or if a male does it, then he's not a real man, he's a boy, he's this, that, the third, and that shit is toxic. Because at the same token, it be the same ones that sitting here that do these types of things that want to be like, we want the same rights as men, we want equality, we want this, da da da, and y'all sitting here thinking like, if you hit, you can't get hit back. You know what I'm saying? If you say something crazy, they can't say something crazy back. Because you use, oh well, I'm a woman, you're not supposed to treat me like they supposed to treat me like a lady, you're supposed to do this, but you're not acting like a lady. You feel me? Like a lady not gonna sit here putting their hands on folks, not gonna be sitting here acting all crazy like that. So, I get that, the whole using the woman card to get out of situations, because Don't sit here and chalk everything up to, oh, you're a woman, so it's expected. Same way as, oh, you're a man. It's sexist. Okay? The same way folks be sitting here running around talking about men are sexist, women can be sexist as well. So let's stop sitting here putting out the narrative that women can't be sexist, because it's a lie. Okay? You can be. You are. You do. Now, body shaming. Okay, you know, like, whose butt's bigger, who's ugly, who's fat, who's too skinny, blah, 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 blah. Now, I see this a lot, and in my opinion, it comes from women who are insecure, or, you know, that typical bully who makes themselves feel better by putting somebody else down. And I feel like they be the same ones that end up being on the receiving ends of, you know, of an attack, because they've attacked someone else or somebody defending themselves, and then they want to sit there and be like, hold up, wait a minute, we should stick together, we should uplift each other, we should empower each other, we're women, we should be on the same page. All the while, they some damn crabs in the bottom of life's barrel. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody might be ugly to you, but that same ugly person might be amazingly beautiful to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might have a big butt, but somebody might not like that person. You know, somebody might not want that person because they have a big butt. But, or even nowadays, like, you don't even know if a big butt is real, because you can just go and buy one. But again, who cares? Because, hey, that might be what somebody likes. Somebody might like fake butts. Everything is not for everybody. Some people like bigger people. Some people like smaller people. But who are we to judge? I feel like everybody just think, especially, like, I'm not going to say everybody. These females need to stop sitting here projecting their insecurities and their flaws on everybody else, and then making it as if they're the victim, because you're not. Period. Another thing, giving people sex and affection in return for money. This right here, listen, I don't care what y'all say, it's prostitution. Or, let me correct myself, because, you know what I'm saying, like, they not, some of them are not the $40 girls, you know what I'm saying? Some of them, you know, they get in cars and expensive bags. So I'll call it being an escort. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to this. You know what I'm saying? But I hate when I hear, like, use your feminine wiles to get what you want. Because the same way, like, in a lot of these female rappers' songs, okay, At Me, I Don't Care, they basically talk about prostituting and tricking themselves off so they can be tricked off on. I don't care. At me, because it's not cute and it's counterproductive. Because how do you expect to be treated with respect and morals when your respect and morals can be bought for a high enough price, or an expensive enough bag, or a luxury enough truck? Like, money is the root of all evil, and a lot of these females will sell their souls or their vaginas for a little piece of that materialistic pie. Like, it's what it is. And it's further fueling the whole dudes are only good for one thing, men ain't ish, or there's no good men out there. When the fact of the matter is, okay, there are. Y'all just ain't looking in the right places. You know what I'm saying? Because my mama always told me, like, you the company that you keep, and guests only do what you allow them to do. So maybe for the ones with the mentality that dudes ain't ish and it's the rest of that, like, it's time to reevaluate, baby girl, because priorities ain't in place. Speaking of priorities, the ones that be prioritizing their appearance above everything else in their life. As if looks don't fade over time. As if you don't get old. Like, I get it. Like, some of y'all could go to the doctors and, you know, fix a few things. But come on now, everybody know, as you get older, because we see some of the older celebrities out here that sit here and think that they could go and get a little nip tuck here, and that's gonna, listen, after a while, them doctors can't do much with that old skin. Okay? If y'all ain't watch Nip Tuck, y'all gonna have, it's on Netflix, it's on Hulu. Go ahead back and watch a few of the episodes. It was some old ass ladies in there that was sitting here thinking that they could just sit here and keep buying their youth. And eventually they're like, listen, miss, alright, now this, we touch this skin one more again, it's gonna come off and we can't fix it. Okay? We can't do nothing with it. So what I'm saying is you can be Jessica Rabbit on the outside and Lord Voldemort on the inside. Okay, because you look at all these beautiful women, famous, infamous, just normal women that's being cheated on, left, humiliated by their dudes, and who they dudes is ending up with. You know what I'm saying? You think you're supposed to be the most beautiful, and your man's gonna sit here and do right by you or whatever just because you look good? When sometimes, listen, sometimes these dudes be cheating with somebody that you saying here like, well, that you would think like how some of these folks think. Like, listen, like that's a downgrade for me. Like in the looks department, like you ain't get somebody that look better than me. You ain't get somebody that's thicker than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and folks be looking like, wait a minute now. You got a bad chick, you cheat with that one over there, and that's how society is. But the whole point I'm making is that it's not all about looks. You know what I'm saying? Because that crap does not matter. You can sit here and go and get your boobs inflated to the biggest size. You can get the biggest butt. You could be sitting here and walk around like the queen of the ant colony, and a dude will still cheat if you don't have the right one. Because look at who y'all going after. Y'all going after materialistic things. You know what I'm saying? And y'all not prioritizing. See, educating yourself, having morals, making progress, both like growth financially, mentally, emotionally, that should be what's prioritized. Like, so many females get so caught up in their looks because they're broken and dead on the inside, and the outside is the only thing that they can make look as if they've accomplished something. And I just feel like instead of spending so much money to try and outdo the next woman, spend a fraction of that money on some therapy, boo, because y'all need to fix what's broken within. You don't want people in your life that are there for the ride, that's there while you looking good, because all of that fades away. Because nothing lasts forever. Like, I don't know why y'all sit here and think that all these cars, these purses, last of it, and on top of that, like, y'all sitting here buying the materialistic crap that don't even matter. All this crap depreciates in value. Cars, bags, all that. It's not like y'all out here buying art and things that, you know, can appreciate with value. Y'all buying stuff that as soon as you buy it, diamonds, all of that, the price is steadily going down. The value is steadily going down. And then what you going to be left with? You get what I'm saying? Because then once all that stuff fades away, because nothing lasts forever, you're left with nothing but faded memories of the golden days, the good old days. You sit here telling these stories of when you were in your prime. All I'm saying is you want to heal your energy so that you can discern who's for you and who's against you. So, and your looks is not going to help that shorty. It's just not. I don't know who need to hear it, but I'm saying it. Okay? Looks ain't everything. Like, it's nice to sit here and be cute. You know what I'm saying? I like to be, you know, take a few pictures. I like to get a little cute sometimes, you know, filter or not. But ultimately, I know that it's what's on the outside is not everything that matters. You feel me? It's about what's on the inside and about who you share what's on the inside with. Okay, so for one that's like, oh, men ain't this, men ain't that. It's who you looking at, sweetie. It's who you looking for. They be sitting here sharing the same community pin with everybody, and you know what this person's about, but for some reason y'all think, oh, well, I'm better than her, I'm cuter than her, my hair's longer than her, my hair's real, my eyes are this color, so I'm gonna be able to change him and he gonna act right for me. And this is not about men, but what I'm saying is that the insecurity is so real that folks is not sitting here digging deeper to sit here and reflect on what's going on the inside. It's always about the outside, the things, what you can acquire. And while you sit here trying to grab and acquire and reach for all this stuff, you losing the main point of what life is about. Because it's not about these things, because when we all go, because we all human, so we all gonna go sometime, you can't take none of this with you. So the fact that it's all this materialistic and outside things, because guess what, baby girl, when y'all end up in the casket, y'all get the same dirt thrown on y'all. Ain't nobody worried about how cute you are in the casket. Okay? Maybe during the viewing at the wake. But when they throwing the dirt on top of that closed casket, ain't nobody like, oh yeah, well, remember when she was so fine? No. That's what you want to be remembered for? Oh, I was fine. I was sexy. But I had a nasty personality. I had a nasty attitude. I was so broken and so insecure that I couldn't sit here and live to my full potential and walk in my full purpose because I was too caught up on the BS that society and the things that I hear and things like that. It's a reevaluation definitely needs to take place. Another thing, jealousy towards other women. Like, honestly, for me, I don't see the point of being jealous of another woman. Now, at a point, I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm preaching to everybody, and like I'm just this zen thing. Like, it took me time to sit here and get to the point where I wasn't feeling the type of way about myself to make me not feel the type of way about somebody else. Because there was a point in my life where I had a bunch of insecurities and things like that, where I was sitting here like, wondering if I was less than somebody else or somebody else was better than me or whatever the case may be. But I also took the time to step back and reevaluate and reflect and work towards healing those issues so that I wouldn't be this toxic creature. So I don't understand the point of being jealous of another woman or any person for that matter, because the thing is you might see where a person is now or what a person has now, but you don't always know that person's struggle and what it took for them to get there. So you know what I'm saying? Like, so you might see the out like some of these things, some celebs they say it right, like you see the success, you see the progress that was made, but you don't see the struggle before that, so you don't always know what it took for someone to get to that point in their lives. So I feel like jealousy, it comes from comparing your journey with somebody else's. The jealousy comes from when you compare your life with somebody else's. When life's not a specific blueprint, it's not one size fits all. So personally, when I see another woman excelling, progressing, reaching milestones, especially like a woman of color, somebody who probably like, especially people that I know, like, you know what I'm saying, like people that I know, like the real life folk. I know people like, well, everybody's a human, so it's all real life. No, I mean like not people that y'all sit here and put on a pedestal on social media. I'm talking about like the unsung heroes, like the people that I know, people that I grew up with, people that I've actually encountered and had conversations with, people that I've actually developed a relationship with. You understand? When I see them excelling, progressing, and reaching milestones, I big them up every single time, because why not? What does it take from you to compliment somebody else? Like, does that steal a piece away from you? Or does that add to you? Does that add to your light? Does that allow you to shine in a whole different light when you sit here and you just give somebody a compliment, you big up someone on something that they've accomplished, instead of being that jealous hater that's like, oh, in the corner. Them crabs in a barrel. I done already did an episode about this. If y'all ain't see, y'all need to go head back and y'all go and watch that. Y'all go and watch and listen to that episode, because it's some real stuff in there. But nowadays, because people are so jealous and people be hating, they gonna be like, oh yeah, you jock riding or you butt kissing, when really what it's doing is giving credit where it's due. Like I done told y'all before, I'm a big fan of supporting people and giving folks their flowers while they're here. Because then, when the time comes, everybody want to be sitting here like, I wish I would have, I could have, I should have. Nah, I'm going to let you know right then and there. When I see you doing something, yo, that's what's up. Hey, congrats. It's important. But y'all need to take a page out of my book on that one, because it's the fact that folks won't be sitting here realizing that instead of being jealous, use that as motivation. You know what I'm saying? Use that as inspiration. Why not? And it's not sitting here, it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how many different ways I could sit here and say it. And the thing is that a lot of times, it's females. Like for real, it's females. Like, I see dudes that be sitting here, like, they boys be doing something and they big them up. Females, so they see another female doing something, and they hate and they mad, they angry, they throwing salt on it. Just like, one of my friends on Facebook, like she made a post and said, you know, if you got a friend who you know does hair, or you know sells lashes, or you know does eyebrows, or you know does installs, or you know sells clothes, and you go on here and you like, oh, who sells clothes? Who does eyebrows? Who has lashes? Who got bundles? That's not a real friend. They've been hating on you the whole time. And it's true. And the sad part about it is it's always women that's doing it to each other. Why? It just doesn't make sense to me. Because then that's just not female empowerment. Okay? That's that toxic femininity that y'all sitting here like, oh yeah, we wanna sit here and empower each other, and we wanna sit here and support each other. But the first time you think that somebody's stepping on your toes, it's a problem. Like, these markets, y'all might think these markets are oversaturated, but there's room for everybody to eat. But some people ain't hungry enough. Or some people want to sit there and starve because they think somebody's supposed to sit here and hand feed them all the time, and that's the issue right there. But we're gonna get into Just the rest. So, extreme or toxic personality traits that many women develop based on how females as a whole are treated by society and taught how to act by society. Now, these personality traits stem from a heavy sense of entitlement and failure to take responsibility for y'all actions. Okay, so many double standards exist in favor of women. Don't argue with a woman, or if a man argue with a woman, then he's got female tendencies. Don't hit a woman back, but women could put their hands on them. And I'm not saying, like men should put their hands on women, because scientifically, men are scientifically proven to be stronger than women. I understand that, but at the same time, you should not disrespect someone because you know that they can't defend themselves against you without receiving a backlash or a consequence, and you would be consequence free. You know what I'm saying? The man should always be the one to pay. Like, where y'all get that from? Like, this ain't the 1920s, 1930s or whatever, where the woman stayed home and cooked and cleaned and had babies, the man worked. And no, because that's what I'm talking about when I be talking about how they be like, oh, we want equality, we want equal rights, we want to be treated the same as men. But then when the bill comes to the table, you sit here looking at him like, okay, shorty, pull out your wallet. Why y'all not going Dutch? Why y'all not going have sex? Like on the first, see, it's different. Like I see on the first date, like why is it always expected that the man's supposed to pay for the first date? Why y'all can't go have? Because what if it's the first date and it's determined that he don't like you? Or it's determined that you don't like him, but you still expect him to pay for your food? Or if y'all both like each other. Now, let's say you on a first date and you expect him to pay because he asked you out on the date. So and then if he feel like, oh, well, since I'm paying, am I getting some? And now you offended. But why can't he be offended? Because you say automatically assume that he gonna pay. Now, for me, if I go on the first date, I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll reach for the wallet, but if you insist, then you insist. But I don't expect for the person to pay for me just because it's the first day or just because he's a man, because that's just whack. But this stuff like that just really makes these chicks think that it's okay to act like how they act. And the media mainly focuses on toxic masculinity, you know what I'm saying? But they don't really be trying to acknowledge the fact that toxic femininity does exist. And we trying to sit here and skate over it and sit here and make it seem like it's okay. It's not okay. So before we get to our staple segment, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to leave y'all with 10 examples of toxic femininity, and hey, you just might learn something about yourself. So, number 1. Women who bring nothing to the table yet expect a man to fully support all of their needs. Now, we done all seen it. Like the little tweets and little threads and stuff like that. Like, oh, I can't be with a man who's broke. I can't be with a man who don't make more money than me. I can't be with a man. I seen this one video where a girl's like, I can't be with a man who doesn't make double what I make. And I'm just thinking like, Now, you can't be with a man who's broke, right? So you want to be with a dude who's already making like 6 figures or whatever the case may be, or just more than you in general. Now, what if you unemployed? You don't even have a job. You don't even have no money. You don't have a bank account, but you want a man to come with good credit, a full bank account, good job, making a whole lot of money, and you don't even have 1 out of 4 of those things. But you expect him to come in and sweep you off of your feet and take care of you when you had nothing to bring. My thing is, if you're not bringing nothing to the table, what does he need you for? When he can find someone who is equally compatible, who has a bank account just like he got a bank account, who got a good job like he got a good job, who got who has good credit like he has good credit. So what if that's literally like the criteria? If he has all these things and you don't, if he's here and you're here, why does he have to come down to your level? Why can't you come up to his level? I'm just saying. Number 2, women who overly sexualize themselves while passing it off as empowerment or expressing themselves. Listen, now we see it. City Girls, Meg Thee Stallion, you know what I'm saying? He paid the tuition to get the WAP or whatever. Whatever the City Girls say. Sweetie, her type, 6-figure type, dude, whatever the case may be. I mean, I get, you know what I'm saying? Like, see, for me, I think with Sweetie, it's not so much of a. I don't really listen to her music, but the couple songs that I heard, I don't think it's like. It is the whole the money thing, that material thing. That probably yes, but I'm talking about over sexualizing themselves and pass it on off as empowerment. Like honestly, you don't have to sit here and take it closer to be like I'm empowering myself. Like there's plenty of women who can empower themselves and empower other women without having to walk around half naked to be like and then people go, oh my god, come for me if you want. I really don't care, but I just feel like at some point like there's like the lines are getting blurred between you empowering yourself and then you just making a damn fool of yourself because you ain't leaving nothing to the imagination. I'm just saying. Women who claim to want equality but refuse to take charge when put in the position to do so. I mean, that one's self-explanatory. That's like I was saying, like say you let's say there's a female that's in a situation that's in a confrontation with a dude or whatever the case may be. She puts her hands on him, the police come, and now that woman card comes out. Instead of saying like, yes, we was fighting, I put my hands on him first. Alright, arrest me then. I'm gonna go to jail because I did wrong. Ain't nobody gonna step up and do that. Not these ones anyway. They're not gonna do that. It just is what it is. Women who frequently bash the physical appearance of other women. Honestly, it could be toxic femininity, but it's just also a lot of insecurity. Like I said, they project any flaws and they self-hatred on everybody else to make themselves feel better. And you got the women who blame men for all their problems. I haven't met somebody like this. But, I mean, I guess it could be like, oh, well, I'm like this because my ex hurt me. I'm going to treat you bad because my last boyfriend treated me bad. I'm going to break your heart because my ex broke my heart. I was in a relationship and I gave my all and I was broken from it and I'm still broken, but I'm gonna get in a relationship with you and be broken and toxic towards you and not fix what my problem is. I'm not gonna go get therapy. I'm not gonna sit here and get closure. I'm not gonna sit here and heal before sitting here trying to entangle myself with somebody else. If that's that type of person, then, or if you're that type of person and you're like, damn, that's me, I need to reflect. I need to self-evaluate. I need to do something different. Hey, women who act weak, helpless, or squeamish like a damsel in distress to get their way. That's disgusting. I don't care what nobody says. Like, bruh. Like, listen, women sit here and freaking have babies, go through all types of aches and pains, go through all types of stuff that men cannot partake in, undergo. You feel me? So to be sitting here acting like you have to be saved when you can literally sit here and push another human being out of your body, grow another human being out of your body, bleed for a week and not die, and you sit here like, oh, I can't do anything unless a man helps me, then you're just disgusting. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to meet you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear your side of the story of why you do it. Because gross, okay? It's childish. You're doing all that to sit here to get your way. Like, bro, put in the work. Who got time? Women who only seek men for financial support. You're a prostitute. I don't care. There's no other way. That's the only way I can put it. You're a prostitute, and if you're trying to seek them for a lot of money, then you're an escort. Either way, you only looking for a dude to sit here and pay your bills, and you most likely exchanging it for sex and other favors. So you're a prostitute. You're a whore. You are an escort. If you're getting good money, because the prostitutes be like the little $40 hoes. The whores is doing it for, I don't know, damn near free. Like they probably even get real financial support. Like they might get a bag or outfit or something like that, but they not getting any bills paid. Those are the ones I call the whores, and the escorts is the one that's getting like the big money. It all comes down to prostitution. They're just synonymous with each other. I don't care. Women who want to normalize the emasculation of males. This whole we don't need men thing, like, bruh, it's kind of weird because like y'all like, yeah, we don't need men to have babies. They got like machines. We can make like little 2 babies and this at the third and la la la. Like, listen, just because the men that y'all deal with are trash, Okay, the men that y'all deal with are little boys, or they not emotionally mature or mentally mature and stuff like that, does not mean, you know what I'm saying, that y'all can sit here and emasculate a whole gender of people because the ones that you have met or ran into are unsavory characters. That's, it's happenstance, and then it's your fault because then you get one of them like that, and then you sit there and you start just attracting more of the same, and you're not moving differently. It's the definition of insanity. You keep doing the same shit and you sitting here expecting a different outcome. Definition of insanity. That's your issue. You shouldn't project your issues on everybody else. It's just weird. You know what I'm saying? It's accountability. Take accountability, because I don't know, like the ones that want to normalize emasculating males, and y'all like, oh, we don't need men. Men ain't nothing. Wait, then go be a lesbian. I don't know. If you don't need men, go get you a woman. And if you don't want to be nothing, be asexual. I don't know. What the hell? I just don't get it. What's the point? Again, it's sitting here trying to take away male pride and male ego to make yourself feel better. I just think that's weird. It's the same thing as if they sit here and try to put you down so that their ego can be bumped up. You're doing the same thing. So you becoming a person that you become the type of person that you talk about. That's crazy. What's the point? Women that say men are trash. Again, have you met every man? You can say all men are trash. You can say the men that I dealt with are trash. The men I attract are trash. You can say stuff like that because then these are things that you have the experience with. You've met this person, you know what I'm saying? You look at the type of people that are gravitating towards you, and you realize that I attract trash ass people. But you cannot go around and say that every man is trash. And just like men can't go saying every woman is trash. You haven't met every woman. There are 7 billion people in the world, 328 million in the U.S. alone. So you cannot tell me, you can't be one man and be like, all women are trash. You haven't met them all. Okay? You can't be a woman and say all men are trash. You have not met them all. So instead of saying like I need to move differently, I need to reevaluate myself to figure out why I'm attracting this type of element in my life. You can't just go and generalize a whole people and be like, y'all trash because all the ones that I counted are trash. That's really not how this works. Because if you keep attracting the trash, honey, then maybe you're not the honey, maybe you the shit. And that's why the flies, you know what I'm saying? The flies coming to you instead of the bees. Whatever. Y'all don't get the metaphor, the analogy? Okay, fine. And number 10, women who refuse to acknowledge societal double standards. Listen, there's double standards all over the place with men, and the thing is, women are quick to acknowledge the double standards that are between them and men when it favors the men, but they are very slow to acknowledge the double standards that between men and women that favor the women. There's double standards on both sides, and it's just, what's the point of being in denial when it's so clearly evident? But that's all I got for that. I'm just leaving you guys that to reflect. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving y'all my opinion. Some people might agree, some people might not. If you made it this far, you might as well go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and smash that bell. Okay? Because obviously something I said was interesting to you. Something I said piqued your interest or pissed you off. It could have been either or. You know what I'm saying? I got that effect on people. But I'm just leaving y'all a little something to reflect on, because that top 10 list, like, listen, it's a real thing. Toxic femininity is a real thing, the same as toxic masculinity. It's all in existence. Now, it's just the matter of folks got to acknowledge and move differently. Now, we about to jump into our final topic of the day. Alright? You already know what it is. Now, I made a pledge that for every episode, I will sit here and advocate for #SaveOurChildren. And I meant it. So, that's why we have a permanent segment called #TodaySickle for the people that are, just now clicking on, that don't know too much about us, okay, you're going to learn today. For the folks that been here, y'all already know what it is. So today's sicko is Nevada football player Chris Green. Now, he was arrested Friday morning, that's Friday, on 2 felony charges, including customer engaging in soliciting a child for prostitution, according to the Washoe County booking sheet. The Wolfpack defensive tackle also was charged with child abuse and neglect. They were both first-time offenses for the 21-year-old Green. Yes, he is 21. He was booked at 1:19 a.m. on Friday morning by the Reno Police Department. According to the Nevada legislature page, the penalty, if found guilty for engaging in soliciting a child for prostitution, is 1 to 4 years in prison and an optional fine of not more than $5,000. They said the department learned of the incident earlier that morning, and they are working to gather more information. Nevada spokesman Chad Hartley said in a statement to Nevada Sportsnet. That's what he said. He said they ain't know nothing about it. They trying to figure out what happened, and they working to get some more information. Now, Nevada said Green has been suspended from the program. Green is a 6'2", 325-pound man from Los Angeles. He's in his senior season at Nevada and was battling for a starting defensive tackle job in the 31 career games. He had 31 tackles, including 20 solo, and had posted 7 tackles for loss, including 2.5 sacks. His best season came last year when he had 16 tackles, 5.5 tackles for loss, and 1 sack, each being career highs. He started 5 games in 2019. And I don't follow football, but I'm guessing that's good for him or whatever. So Green's arrest was part of a week-long human trafficking sting led by the Federal Bureau of Investigation's Northern Nevada Child Exploitation and Human Trafficking Task Force, along with detectives and personnel from the HEAT Unit, the Washoe County Sheriff's Office, the Northern Nevada Regional Intelligence Center, the Reno Police Department, the Sparks Police Department, and UNR Police. This highly organized operation sought to identify and arrest people seeking to pay minors for sexual acts. Also participating were agencies involved in the FBI Safe Streets Task Force, which includes the Carson City Sheriff's Office, Douglas County Sheriff's Office, the Nevada Highway Patrol, the Nevada Department of Corrections, and Nevada Attorney General's Office. The operation resulted in the arrest of 28 people, including 7 on Monday, 8 on Tuesday, 5 on Wednesday, and 8 on Thursday. Green's arrest was the 28th of the operation. All the suspects arrived at a home in South Reno to knowingly engage in and pay for sex acts with a minor, as identified through HEAT. All the suspects were arrested on felony counts of soliciting a child for prostitution and attempted child abuse. Some suspects are facing additional charges after initial judicial review. 12 of them have posted bail. Now, here's my thing. This is what I be telling y'all when I be telling y'all about these damn sickos. I be telling y'all, I said, listen, they ain't no age range. They ain't no age cap. They don't discriminate. They just are who they are. This boy is 21. He a boy. He 21 years old. Now, he had a promising career in football, I guess, whatever the hell. And he decides, you know what? Hey, I'm not going to get a groupie. I'm going to go get a child. So, set me up with that. What's the address? What the hell possessed you to sit here and be like, yeah, let me go get a kid? You're a grown-ass man, but you're still young. And, yeah, I mean, in the picture, you see him. He's not the most attractive thing. But, I guess if he's sitting here playing a professional type of football, he getting some money, right? He could get, and if he obviously paid for this. So, why he couldn't take that money or get him, like, an adult prostitute? They're in Nevada. Don't they have brothels out there that's legal? Like girls who want to have sex for money? So I don't understand why you would go and find somewhere where you can pay for a child and have sex with the child. Like, bro, I hope you don't think you're still a kid because you're 21, bro. What the hell does that even mean? You're still you're a grown-ass man. Okay? They didn't say the age because it was a sting. So obviously there wasn't a real child victim here. Thank God. But just the fact that you knew it was a kid, you knew what you was paying for, and you was like, this is what I want, you're disgusting. And the fact that they only suspended him, they should have fired his ass ASAP. Oh, we're trying to get more information. Bro, what more information you need? They on the internet, they said, listen, I want to pay to have sex with a child, and you paid the money, and then you went to the place where they told you you can have sex with a child. You knew exactly what was going on, you knew exactly what was happening, and you decided to go there. And the fact that for child prostitution is only 1 to 4 years in prison, they should be locked under the jail and never get out, because you think that if he does that little punk ass 1 to 4 years that he not gonna get out and try to do it again. The recidivism rate of these folks is astronomical. So what makes you think that this is gonna be a one and done for him? And then an optional fee. So it's like, hey, listen, you're gonna do about 1 to 4 years, and when you get out, I mean, if you want, you could pay $5,000 as an optional fine. But no pressure. You're only ruining the kid's life because you're having sex with them. They might have to pay more than $5,000 for therapy throughout their life. They might not be able to be functional and get a job because of anxiety or depression or whatever the case may be from the trauma that they had to endure under your hand. But okay, whatever. Because he started 5 games in 2019. So he has a promising career. He's only 21. He probably has a lot of years left on those knees. And they might not have him on his knees for long when he's doing only 1 to 4 years. I mean, he's a big dude. I don't know. But this is what I'm talking about when I'm telling y'all, like, y'all need to watch out kids. Because they doing anything. They doing anything, and they barely get consequences for it. They go to jail. They get a little slap on the wrist. They might go to jail, sit down for a little bit. They get out, and they doing the same thing over and over to different kids. I don't know if they could possibly even be doing it to the same kids. I don't know. You never know. But the simple fact that they're very aware of what they're doing. Look at all these people. 28 people in 1 week trying to pay for and have sex acts with minors. Knowingly. Okay, it's not like, oh, well, I thought they were 18. You know that they children. And you still like, I'm down how much? It's a problem. And y'all sitting here acting like this shit is okay. Y'all acting like this ain't an issue. It's very well an issue. And the fact that y'all don't give them no real consequences and y'all don't sit here and make examples out of them so that the rest of them might think twice before they decide to touch somebody's damn child, all y'all doing is giving them the green light to continue what they doing. It's sickening, and I'm sick of it, and I'm sick of y'all because it's just not right. And just the simple fact that they get off so easily, it just gives them room to do it again. And when they put it in the news, the ones that's out here doing it, they're going to go, damn, I got some time before the law catch up to me. And if they do, it's going to be a cakewalk, so it don't even really matter. If I get caught, it's what it is. I might get off of probation, mess around. I don't know, y'all. So we got into this toxic femininity business. We got into hashtag today's sicko. You know what I'm saying? And y'all got to check out the rest of y'all. Got to check out my channel because there's 15 days to Halloween and I am doing a 15 murder countdown to Halloween. Alright, so it's going to be an episode every day from now till Halloween because all the murders that's in these stories happen on Halloween. So, go ahead and check out the little murder mysteries. Check out what's going on there. Your girl got something for everybody. So, I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell so y'all know when I'm coming with the next one. And bye guys.